What's up guys, today I'm making some smoked venison jalapeno poppers. This recipe's perfect for the upcoming deer hunting season. Let's get it. I got this venison from Silver Fern Farms. It's all grass-fed, pasture-raised, so I figured I'd give it a shot. You're going to heat up a skillet on medium heat. You're going to start to saute down some yellow onions. You're going to let that cook through a little bit, then you're going to add in your venison. My wife has one of these chop meat flying star things. I don't know what they do. They work pretty good. You're going to just break that up so everything starts to cook evenly. Then I like to season this with some garlic powder. You're going to mix that good until everything's cooked through. You're going to let that cool off for about 20 minutes. Then you're going to get a large mixing bowl. You're going to add in some cream cheese and some Mexican blend cheddar cheese. I like to spoon in my ground venison as I go, just so I don't overdo it with the meat. You're going to season this with a traditional barbecue seasoning and an Italian herb seasoning. You're going to mix that good so all the ingredients get well combined. You're going to start by cutting your peppers in half. This next step depends on how hot you want your peppers. I like the flavor of just the jalapeno pepper by itself. I don't need the heat. Some people say the real heat comes from the white vein in here, so I make sure I scrape that out completely. You're just going to hollow out all your peppers just like this. Then you're going to stuff each one. I like to have a nice uniform packing in here. I want everything to be level. I've noticed the times I've done it in the past where I stuffed these too much, the blowouts were pretty bad. The bacon bursted open and it didn't work out. So I just want to make sure this is nice and level. Then I'm going to wrap each one of these in bacon. I'm using regular cut bacon. I think thick cut bacon is not good for jalapeno poppers. I think it takes too long for the bacon to cook completely through. So I recommend using either just standard or thin cut bacon. Then I'm going to put these on an elevated rack. This part is optional, but I definitely recommend doing this step. I'm going to season each one of these with my buddy Steve's barbecue seasoning. This goes great on all things pork. You're going to let these hang out on your cutting board while your smoker heats up. I'm running my pellet grill today at 275 degrees for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes goes by, I'm going to bump up the heat to 300 degrees. I'm going to let these go until the bacon cooks all the way through. This took me about an additional 30 minutes. And that's it, guys. You're going to let these cool for about 10 minutes. And remember, you can find this full recipe on my website.